What's going on, everybody? Chillcat Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Kubota DLC that just dropped for Farming Simulator 22. So, without further ado, let's start the video. So once you buy the Kubota DLC, it costs $12.99 US dollars, and install it into your game. The easiest way to get to it is to go down into Mods and DLCs, and then Kubota Pack. So if we look at the M5 series, this is what the M5 looks like. Customization, we have Wheelbrand, we have Trelleborg, Vaderstein, Trelleborg again. And we have no wheel customization whatsoever. Front weight, we have no 450 kilogram, 360 kilogram, 270 kilogram, 180 kilogram, 90 kilogram, and no. Engine setup, we have M5091, which is going to give you 92 horsepower, and then M5 111, which is going to give you 106 horsepower, and then back to M5091, which again is going to give you 92 horsepower. And then you have a license plate. On to the Kubota M6, we have Wheelbrand, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, Vaderstein, and Nokian. So in Trelleborg, we have standard, wheel weights, wide tires, wides with weights, narrow tires, rear twin wheels, and back to standard. And it's the same for Michelin, Continental, Midas, and Vaderstein. However, on Nokian, you only have wide tires. Front weight, we have 3-point, no, 90 kilogram, 180 kilogram, 270 kilogram, 360 kilogram, and 450 kilogram. And then back to 3-point. So front loader, we have no or Kubota. Engine setup, we have M6 101, which is going to give you 104 horsepower. Then M6 111, which is going to give you 114 horsepower. And then M6 131, which is going to give you 132 horsepower. M6 141, which is going to give you 141 horsepower. And then back to M6 101, which again is going to give you 104 horsepower. And then you do have a license plate. Coming over to the Kubota M7 series, we have Wheelbrand, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Vaderstein, and Nokian. For Nokian, we have manual tires, and then Trelleborg, we have standard, wheel weights, wide tires, wides with weights, narrow tires, rear narrow twin wheels, narrow twin wheels, rear twin wheels, and back to standard. Warning signs, we have yes or no. Front weight, we have 3-point or no, and then 90 kilogram, 180 kilogram, 270 kilogram, 360 kilogram, 450 kilogram, 540 kilogram, and back to 3-point. So front loader attached, we have no or Kubota. Engine setup, we have M7 132, M7 152, M7 172, and back to M7 132. And the horsepower ratings on there are the M7 132 is 128 horsepower, the M7 152 is going to be 148 horsepower, M7 172 is going to be 168 horsepower, and back to the M7 132, which is again going to give you 128 horsepower. And then you have a license plate. Moving on to the Kubota M8, we have the Trelleborg wheels brand. We have Michelin, Continental, Midas, Vaderstein, and Nokian. In Trelleborg, we have wheel weights, wides with weights, wide tires 2, wides with weights 2, rear twin wheels, rear twin wheels 2, twin wheels 2, narrow tires, and back to standard. And then in Nokian, we have manual or wide tires, and then back to manual. Front weight, we have 3-point, no, 40 kilogram, 80 kilogram, 120 kilogram, 160 kilogram, 200 kilogram, 240 kilogram, 280 kilogram, 320 kilogram, 360 kilogram, 400 kilogram, and back to 3-point. So front loader, we have no or yes. Kubota. Of course it says Kubota and not yes. And set up M8 181, which is going to give you 180 horsepower. M8 201, which is going to give you 200 horsepower. And back to M8 181, which is going to give you again 180 horsepower. Going into the front loaders, we have the Kubota R640. This is a wheeled front loader. We have wheel brand Trailerborg, almost like Kubota, Vaderstein, and back to Trailerborg. In Trailerborg, we have standard, front twin wheels, and back to standard, and then you have your license plate there. Moving into skid steers, we have the Kubota SSV 75. It's going to have 74 horsepower. An additional weight is going to be 45 kilograms, or 90 kilograms, 135 kilograms, and back to standard. And then the other Kubota skid steer is going to be the Kubota SVL 97-2. This is going to have no customization. However, it is 96 horsepower, has a CVT transmission, holds 111 liters of fuel and 13 liters of DEF, goes 7 miles an hour, and it costs $77,000. Moving into what the game calls cars, but are actually UTVs, are the Kubota RTV-XG 850 side kit. Attachers, we have standard, 3-point, and back to standard. Design, we have design 1, design 2, and back to design 1, and then you have your license plate there. And then over to the RTV-X1140W-H, 25 horsepower, has a CVT transmission, 30 liters of fuel, goes 24 miles an hour, holds 280 liters of whatever, weighs 1.2 tons, and configurations, we have capacity 280, capacity 1000, 3-point, and back to capacity 280. In design, we have design 1, design 2, design 3, and back to design 1. So that is going to be your UTVs. The front loaders included in the Kubota pack, we have the Kubota LA2225. This weighs 1.1 tons and requires 100 horsepower. And then coming over to the Kubota M77, this is, I believe, the larger one, with 794 kilograms and requires 180 horsepower. So now we're going to look at all of the equipment in the game. So first we're going to look at the Kubota M5, because why not? So let's start it up. That sounds so cool, and just driving around a little bit, it goes 22 miles an hour. But it kind of goes 23 miles an hour. Still kind of a slowish tractor. It's on the slower side of things. Let's just park this right back here. So the next tractor we're going to look at today in game is the Kubota M6. This is the M6 141 version. And I have the LA2225 front loader attached to it. So let's start this one. Drive around a little bit, lift up the front loader. Here's the front loader, I'm going to put it up and down. This tractor's a little speedier, it goes 26 miles an hour, not 126 miles an hour, that's a treat. A little bit of inside action here. And of course we got the meat horn. So the next tractor we're looking at today is the Kubota M7. This is Kubota M7 132. Let's jump inside and let's start this tractor up. Let's drive this tractor around a little bit. So that is the Kubota M7. So the last tractor we're having a look at today is the Kubota M8. This is the M8201 engine setup with the M77 front loader. You already know I had to lift it up as high as I could. So let's start this tractor up. Kinda sounds like the 6R. Let's hear that again. So let's just mess around with the front loader and let's drive it around. So that is the Kubota M8. So let's look at the wheel loader. Not quite a wheel loader, but it's a loader with wheels. Let's start this puppy up. Mess with it a little bit, drive it around. It does articulate. However, it only goes 11 miles an hour. But it's still cool. And that is the Kubota R640. Moving into the Kubota skid steers, we have the Kubota SVL-2 right here. So let's start this one up. This is the slower track version. Nice detail on this. It says deaf only, deaf in equipment, so low def. You can't really read. Anyways, let's just take a look at this. Spin it around, lift it up. Do whatever you would like with this thing. So that is it for the Kubota SVL-97-2. So how about we look at the Kubota skid steer right next to it. This is the faster wheeled version, not that one, but this one, the SSV-75. So let's start this up. Let's muscle it around. Let's zip it around. And just real quick, zip it right back into its part. And let's shut it off. That's it for the Kubota SSV-75. Moving on to the Kubota RTV X1148W-H. That's kind of a long name. This is the 4-seater UTV. So let's hop in here. Let's have a look at the inside. Now let's start it up. Drive it around. It goes 24 miles an hour. That will wrap it up. The Kubota RTV X1140. For the X1140W-H. So the last Kubota piece of equipment we're having a look at today is the Kubota Sidekick. This is the Sidekick. Also, this is the RTV XG850 Sidekick. So let's go in. The interior, pretty nice. This one goes 40 miles an hour. Start it up. Drive it around. So that will be it for the Kubota RTV XG850 Sidekick. Well, that is going to wrap up the review for the Kubota DLC. This DLC costs $13 USD. You can get it on PC, Mac, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, and Xbox One, and Google Stadia. See, what did I miss? I don't think I missed any platform. So, in general, it is released on all platforms. So, with that being said, hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.